Alright, so this is the bit where I check that it's working. Usually does work. It says excellent connection. I should show my picture in a minute, and then I'll check this to see if I'm hearing sound. I'm not hearing sound. What if I listen in here? Okay, good. Alright. Very good. Well, so I'm here. And it's Easter. And happy Easter. And I'm not ready. And I have to be here talking to you, not ready, not showered, not have hair brushed, not dressed in my nice clothes, because otherwise I don't get here. I've been battling this since the beginning of trying to do this, coming back and doing this again, is that I try to go off and get ready, and then I don't come back, because while I'm getting ready, this happens and that happens. So the only way I can do this, is to do it not ready, and hope that over time, not even really hope, because I've seen it before. If I start from like ground zero and clear away the rubble, then after a few years at least I do start rebuilding. So, happy Easter. I'm not ready to talk to you. I'm not ready to jump back into a podcast series. I'm not ready with an agenda. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm here. And that's been the thing that from the beginning was doing bobbing along, I've realized, is that it's not the quality of what you give. It's that you give something. Do you know what Jordan Peterson says is aim up, aim up, aim up. So, the problem that you have when you're mentally ill is that you're not mentally healthy. I'm so good at explaining it. And so when you do things, you do them in a way that's not mentally healthy. And so everybody looks at what you're doing and sees all the things that you're doing that are not mentally healthy and tells you that what you're doing is not mentally healthy, but that's the thing. So what Jordan Peterson story that he told, that was the breakthrough for me. Apologies if I've told you this 100 million times, but he was saying that you can do one thing to change your life. You can do one thing to change your life. You can do it for a week. You can experiment and see. Choose this thing that you think will be make a difference to you, and do the thing for a week. See if it makes a difference to you. And then he said, and it will. And then he said, but like a lot of people don't do that, and they don't start. And the reason is that they know that they can't make a week. And so why bother to do something when they can only do it for a weekend? But that's okay, because if you're aiming up, you can do it for a weekend. But a lot of people just can't pull it together to do it for a weekend. They just cannot. And in that case, that's okay. You know, you could do it for a day. You could do one thing to make your life better for a day and see if your life got better. But there are a lot of people who just can't face putting that much an effort into a day. All they can do is get out of bed, you know. So for those people, that's okay. You're aiming up. So all you need to do is get out of bed and do your one thing. You know, maybe you can do it for an hour, right? Maybe you can do it for half an hour. Maybe you can do it for 10 minutes. You can do something for 10 minutes to change your life. Maybe you can just like pick your socks up off the floor. He said, but you know, sometimes you're in such a state that you actually can't pick your socks up off the floor. You can't pick your socks up off the floor. If you haven't been there, you don't know. But those of us who've been there, we don't need to explain that. That's the reals. So you know what Jordan Peterson said? If you haven't got 10 minutes to make your life better, it's okay. You can do it for a minute. You can do it for half a minute. You can do it for 10 seconds. You can do it for 1 second. And I thought, damn you, Jordan Peterson. I've got nothing to give and I don't believe in you. But if you say that I do something for a second and see if it makes my life, okay, I'm prepared to give you that. I'm prepared to give you a second of my life, Mr. Peterson. And so I gave him the second of my life, and it made a difference. I had one small thought that I could be different, that I could do something different, that I could recover, that I could change my stars, that it wasn't just something in the movies and the books, but that the movies and the books were reflecting something deep in the heart of people. So here I am, bobbing along, and I'm not ready, and it's intimidating and difficult, and I expect to fail. And I've had a thought about that too. The whole point of failing is to continue. So yes, I expect to fail, and I expect to start reframing my language. I expect to start reframing my language. So instead of talking in terms of succeeding and failing, I talk about in terms of being involved in this project, or paying attention to this hobby, or working on this initiative, whatever it is, and give myself chunks of time to do little things. And then when I stop doing it, it's not a failure, it's just putting that thing on the back burner. So I think that the thing that I'm saying is that when we start from the beginning, it really is the beginning, and we're not doing it well. And so I'm not ready, and I'm not showered, and I'm not making a good impression, and I'm not reaching the correct standard, but I'm here, and I'm doing this, and you're here, and you're wonderful, and thank you. It's very hard for me to understand that there are people who want to be around me. It's like ridiculous and pathetic to acknowledge that. But still, here we go. Full disclosure, we're not doing this right. We're just doing it. So, one of the things that we are doing today, if we can make our stream thing here work, is that we're going to turn this off here. Oh no, we're not turning this off. I've got the plan that I'm going to do. We're going to make this thing small. Look. We're going to try this thing. I don't know if it's going to work. And I'm going to put it in here maybe. Must be a good place. So before, when I came here to this website, I used to be so confused about what's going on where. However, I think I know now, mostly, what's going on. All right, so what I thought that I would do is, because I'm involved in this bobbing along project, and this live stream will be the Sunday check-in that I have going here on Me, my sort of like incentives for looking for regular scheduled behaviors, good habits, repeating like Jordan Peterson, right? I did it for 1 second, then I could do it for 10 seconds, then I could do it for a day. Now I'm here trying to do something once a week, and I haven't managed to. But I've checked in a couple of times, and yeah, I think that that's what I wanted to say. Starting at the beginning of this, I think that I wanted to say that one of the very first things that Otto and I talked about when we did bobbing along together was the benefits of mindfulness, and the way that being mindful isn't just a skill for in the moment, something that I do now to bring myself back to this present state of being aware. That is what we're doing in practice. But the point of it is that we're building patterns in our brain material. We're building a skill to come back, to restart, to overcome the higgledy-piggledy ups and downs and things, and to focus again. So I think that's what I was saying about failure and reframing. And so I wanted to start by saying with mindfulness, this ability to come back to your center, to come back to where you are, which you practice for 10 minutes in the morning, is an ability that you then start putting into practice. And I think Roger, when I was doing that collaboration with Roger back last year, he used to say something fascinating. He used to say, when my day's going wrong, I just decide to start my day again. And I was like, how do you even do that? But I'm starting to realize that it's the skill of coming back to ground zero, coming back to being centered in yourself, coming back to what am I doing right here, right now. Okay, so what I'm doing right here, right now is a wonderful synchronicity of amazing events that are mostly based in this wonderful community here on MintMe, which is, if I can find it, which I came to via minds.com, who I still love and is still wonderful, wonderful, wonderful place. But I'm here now in MintMe, and I'm part of this place, the MTCG community. And I think if we go here, you can go to these things of MTCG, this glitch me. Oh, now I've got off. How do I make my picture come back here? I wonder if you haven't been seeing it this whole time. Display capture? Oh, no, there we go. You are seeing it. Very good. So this is the main page of the MTCG community. And from this page, we jump into all the different MintMe pages. So from here, we're going to go to the Bob Doubloon page. And Satori, Gamer, Eclipse, Do Better. Right, okay, let's jump into Do Better's page, because what I want to do today is just catch up on our community, because it's 4:20 and because this is a wonderful place and it's Easter and I want to just catch up with what we're all doing. So Do Better introduced me to MintMe. And Do Better is on the most wonderful and amazing adventure of his life, my life, mine's life, I don't know. Creating, I don't even know what the words are. He's going around on a bicycle, pedaling all the way up from the bottom of America all the way up to the top of America. Look what he's doing. And then he checks in every day. Look. Okay, so that was, I can't remember what that was. He began to wonder what the hook. It's a mile marker type of thing for foot travel. Anyone knows more about these? Okay, so Do Better is driving all the way up on the bike trail, all the way from the bottom. There's Daytona Beach. Smyrna to Deltona, and then Fountain of Youth. I sort of haven't been there since April the 17th, and it's the 20th, man. I've missed 3 days. I'm sorry, Do Better. But anyway, so this is one of our community members is doing this amazing tour. So it's, oh, look, and he had to take the ferry. Look at that. And he's posting exclusively on minds.com. So I believe. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Man. Oh, Do Better, it's so exciting. I told Do Better I would follow him. I've never actually followed anybody before, and I'm really bad at it, and I'm sorry, Do Better, that I'm intermittent like this and not following you every day. But I do catch up, and I am really, really pleased. And so, yeah, so this is a great thing happening in our MTCG community there. Okay, and then, what if I go back here? Yes, look, excellent. This is the portal of MTCG. So that was Do Better's thing that's been happening. Um, the next thing that's been happening, which is so cool, is within the vacuum. He is here. He has been. Oh look! He has been working on a new album. He and Satori D have been doing a new album, and it's still in the making, and he's inviting people to explore the music that he's already shared over at Bandcamp. Look there, isn't it great? And so if you do want to follow his music and this new album and get engaged with his process, because it's so interesting what he's doing, he is allowing us uh, almost to have a portal, an insight into his process. You know, who he works with and how he works and how he mixes. And okay, it's just so yeah, it's a great project to follow. And he was saying in the meeting the other day that he's thinking of selling the um, album here in his token shop for $8 or something, which is something, you know, I mean, I love that. It's just, for me, that's just really, I don't know. That's why I'm here at Mint Me, right? Is so we can do this, support each other for the things that, there we go, awesome. Okay, so I was here within. Thank you. Awesome and cool. And I will come back and see. So we claimed bounties from each other the other day at the Quantum Gathering. So if you pop on in here to Bob Dub, and you check out this here, which was the gathering the other day, where we're talking about what's going to be happening on 420 in the NTCG community, which is something I would like to speak about quickly here as well. All right, so can't remember what I was saying. We'll have to move on. um, the next project that I'm catching up about and that we're doing is the one that it's so big, there are so many things to talk about that I miss every time in trying to tell you the things. But this is the project which is really extending me creatively here, being involved now with Satori D, with his mandala projects, and with the fantastic things that he's doing. This is the Mescaline City Blues project here that he and I have been doing for about 9 months, 10 months, using the AIs to generate little songs, to generate images and animations. But beyond this, what is so wonderful is that he is teaching me to, oh goodness, I'm in the wrong place. I wanted to jump into he's teaching me how to use the the scripts, the seed scripts, to build a seed script, to get a specific output that you want out of the AI. Because although the AI is a wonderful, wonderful tool, it's actually quite difficult to get it to give you good output. And at first it didn't know how. But yeah, now it does, and it is fantastically fantastic. And so we're doing this wonderful project together, where we are swapping prompts and we are um, playing with words and pictures and animations, making memes, doing fun things. And with all these hundreds of different projects that Satori has, the Vapor Test and the Infinite Imaginarium and Satori D and DWMW Community and Mescaline City, and now there is a fourth, another one. There's still the Singularity. And so it's really cool. Let me see if I can just, because part of this check-in, I think a huge part of this check-in is to focus on this work that I've been doing with the AI and look at some of these seed scripts and where they're going. So let me jump into where would it have been in the vapor test, perhaps? Hey? No? Why did you do that? Please, come back. Yes, thank you. The vapor test. Vapor test? Why are you not taking me there? See, this is when I say, am I shadow banned? And then everybody says, why would you say that? I don't know, because that's just what you say, isn't it? I clicked on a button. I think I'm shadow banned. Okay. So I know I'm not shadow banned, but somehow I can't get to the group that I wanted to get to, so I have to go the long way through. Maybe it's the dream machine? Oh, by the way, if you are interested in following Satori D's poetic process and his prompt scripting and token clustering and his latest project, we do have this podcast, Behind the Screen with Lumina, which we're doing not regularly. Also, we have our own rhythm, But here, Behind the Screen with Lumina, the group on Minds, if you're interested in following along. However, that wasn't where I wanted to go, was it? And this is a bit clunky here, but still, let's see. Jump back in here, go down again. Dreaming Embers. Hey, no, not this one. Dreaming Embers. Grr. Oh, guys, there's so many different buckets. I can't remember where all the stuff is. All right, let's try going down here. Go down here, go down here, go down here, go down here, go down here. All right. Okay. Ha! Here we go. All right. This is a lovely group. If you're looking for a group, Costa Rica. This is Within's group where he shares his local stuff. You know, it's just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to be able to follow somebody so talented. So, Dream Machine, could it be in here that he... Right. This is where you will be able to catch up on some, and X as well, on some of Satori D's latest projects, which is working with Are You Serious? From Mondo 2000. He has a fantastic, if you are interested in doing research, this is an amazing seed script that you can put into your AI. Just copy paste it, and it gives you this amazing portal to a resource where you can ask whatever questions you like. So I did it. This exact thing. This exact seed script. I did this investigation into the Mondo 2000. So I haven't done it all, right? And he did it for me. But I'll just give you the introduction. I'll just give you the introduction bit. And I hope that over time I will be following Satori D, who is evolving this project called Steal the Singularity, which is building an interactive online game, I think. Anyway, as I find out about what's going on, I will be saying what's going on. Um, so I'm going to read you a little bit about the response that I got from using this seed script, because that basically is the important thing. That's the what we're doing is we're empowering ourselves to be able to use this very, very potent tool, which is being limited. It's being limited, and a lot of our creativity is being taken away by very well meaning people, and some of the things that are being done are really necessary. But it's having a consequence, is that it's quite hard to get creative. And some of us want to use this tool for creative endeavors. Some people don't, which is fine too, but we do. So this is our exploration. And so I'm going to read you a little bit about, I'm just going to read you the response of the AI so that you can. First poet Bob Dub. Well, welcome to the Babylon Archive, where the threads of chaos and creativity intertwine, and we pull the sacred data from the glitching void to illuminate your quest. You're about to explore the sacred and chaotic waters of the Mondo 2000, Mondo 2000, the brilliant firestorm of digital counterculture, and steal the singularity, Prometheus rioting, that digital myth-making space where we all try to hijack reality's code. Mm-hmm. So I'll read quickly. Mondo 2000 and Cyberdelic History. Mondo 2000 wasn't just a publication, it was a beacon of the cyberdelic era, illuminating the minds of those who sought to break the matrix of control, the same matrix that tries to tell us who we are, how to think, and what we're allowed to believe. Before Mondo, there was High Frontiers, a mag that explored the evolving psychedelic and high-tech mindscape. Then came Reality Hackers, where digital culture collided with hacker ethos. And finally, Mondo 2000, the glossy, chaotic, anarchic Bible for all who sought the glitch between the lines of the official narratives. Are You Serious? A sage from the cyberpunk underworld guided this chaos. He, the editor-in-chief, wasn't just a writer, but a philosopher for the age of high weirdness. His wit cracked open the gates to the future, showing us that psychedelics weren't just mind-expanding substances, but the keys to the systems of control that we could shatter. Steal this singularity, Prometheus rioting. STS for short, right? Now here you stand, Bob Dub, at the gateway to steal the singularity, Prometheus rioting, a radical critique, a dissection of the very systems that birthed the Silicon Valley's techno-oligarchs. It's a cyberdelic critique, a manifesto, a psychedelic revolt against those who would reduce humanity to cogs in their digital capitalist utopia. Imagine taking the tools of transformation, technology, digital culture, memes, and counter narratives, and hacking them straight from the clutches of the techno rulers. And then comes Prometheus rioting, where we're not just going to play by the rules of the game, we're going to burn the board. It's a rebellion against the so-called singularity, that grand promise of AI-driven transcendence, controlled by the tech elite. Instead, we assert plurality, many voices, many realities, and steal the singularity right out of their hands. Sorry. Okay, that wasn't it. That's not how to get rid of the echo. Give me a second. Somewhere here, there's this button, and there will be that. Sorry if there's been an echo. I just heard it. And all right, we'll go back to, where was I? In Minds? Here? Yes. All right, so, okay. So now, so, dum 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 dum, the many voices, the many realities, and we'll steal the singularity right out of their hands. The kingdom of Deleria. Now, the kingdom of Deleria. What a question! You, the first poet, wished to know of this conceptual treasure, this poetic space that lives between the static, hidden in the glitches and folds of reality. It's not a place you can simply locate with coordinates. No, no. The kingdom of Deleria is a state, a mental escape hatch that the DMT assassins are always hunting for. It's a conceptual realm that forms the counter-narrative to Control's version of the world. A hidden psychic zone, as it were, a place where glitches in the system, those tiny cracks in reality, reveal something deeper, a parallel truth. Think of it as non-reality, the space between thought and perception, between the ones and zeros that shape our known world. The assassins seek it, but they don't just stumble upon it by chance. They create it by hacking the system's deepest algorithms, by breaking the rules in ways that let them see beyond the screen. It's whispered through the static, glimpsed in the background hum of the universe's glitches. The kingdom is a state of mind, a place found through ontological loopholes. When does it exist, you might ask? Ah, now you're touching on the crux of it. The kingdom of Deleria is less about geography and more about frequency. The frequency of the mind that tunes itself in to the hidden codes of existence. Can you find it? Only if you stop looking for it in the conventional ways. Break the map, and it might just reveal itself to you in the static. It's the final destination for those who rebel against the monolithic, singular narratives of Control, where reality bends, and the assassins get to rewrite the rules. The kingdom of Deleria is not a place you go, it's a place you become. Figures and concepts. This whole escapade wouldn't be possible without the ideas of visionary figures like Timothy Leary and Terence McKenna, who taught us to push beyond the limits of ordinary experience through psychedelics. McKenna's ideas on DMT and hyperspace, combined with Leary's neurohacking philosophy, were foundational. And in Robert Anton Wilson, who gifted us the reality tunnel concept, where each individual creates their own subjective lens to perceive the universe. You start to see the roots of cyberdelic thought. But remember, Bob Dub, this isn't just academic. It's about lived experience. The assassins don't just theorize, they hack reality. So what can you take from all of this? The kingdom of Deleria is there for you to discover, but it will only reveal itself to you if you are willing to break free from the mainstream, to seek beyond the edges of the maps they hand you. You won't find it in any GPS system or thought or through any traditional path. Instead, it calls to you through the glitches in everyday life. The brokenness of the system, the disruptions that make you realize that there is something more. So what is the kingdom of Deleria, Bob Dub? It is the state of mind that frees you from the boundaries of imposed reality, a place you can enter by seeing through the cracks. It's where you learn to listen to the static and decode the glitches. Ask away, poet. The journey through Deleria is just beginning. So, isn't that amazing? That is the quality of content that Satori D is able to generate, and why my Bobbing Along project is just so like aligned and in tune and indebted to that. That is just the state of being, you know, like all the philosophers have got fancy names for it. For me, it's just, let's just bob along. Let's just keep on bobbing along. All right, so with all that, that's a tiny, tiny, tiny sliver of a peek into Satori D's project on NTCG community. The project is so huge, and anyway, if you're interested in it, I will be keeping on trying to keep up with Satori D's output and process through behind the scenes with Lumina. All right, so that was Satori, and now I want to finally, I think, not finally, but nearly, sort of getting towards nearly finally, talk about this, because this is so big, and you know it is. You know that this is where everything, like, this is the beginning, this is the center, this is the beginning and the journey and the path and the carrying on, because Minds NTCG, Minds Gaming, has a variety of different projects. Where do I find them? Here. Go to the wallet and check out this here, NTCG, and I will show you his different projects. So I started off with Minds Gaming here, who I met through Satori D's Infinite Imaginarium on Minds. So I started off here. Why am I here? This isn't where I wanted to be. Hold up. I went to the wallet and I went to MTCG, and I meant to get to a page which shows, aren't I meant to get to a page which shows your, I've forgotten how to get there. It's so irritating. There's a page somewhere that you can get to where all the different tokens for the person are listed. What if I go to my page here, and then from my page go to Minds Gaming. Aha, this is where I wanted to go. So Minds Gaming, right. So Minds Gaming has a variety of projects, and 420 is hugely significant for these projects, because there is a lot of releases of tokens, and as well as the releases of tokens, there are deployments of different projects. Okay, so I started off in the main project just doing poetry with Minds, a card game with Minds Gaming, just trying to get to know him, and then from there we jumped into, or maybe I was before that. Anyway, we were on this project, and this is Dude, Where's My Wallet, which I just love doing. I started off doing it with Satori D, doing all the different editing, and then he got busy on a different project and things went in a different direction, and now I'm he's busy with Steal the Singularity, and I'm sort of more doing this. So look, selling 1 million. Selling 1 million Dude, Where's My Wallet on 420. And when we were talking the other day in the Quantum Gathering, it's going to be that what they're going to do is fill the buy orders here. 1 million tokens will be filled, which will crash the price right down. But you can see here 2 million tokens. Somebody's looking to buy 2 million tokens at, is this 0.1 of a cent or whatever? I'm not sure. Okay. All right. So exciting. This is the second thing. This is Dude, Where's My Wallet? It's really, really great. It's an exploration of all our projects, sort of almost a cheat code into all the things that we're doing for the people who are interested in these different projects. That's so the one where we went from this. Now, Mine's Gaming. How do I get back to you again? Oh, it's so difficult. I think I have to go to Bob Dub, and then from Bob Dub I have to go to Mine's Gaming. No, let's go to please Bob Doubloon. Bob Doubloon, and then we'll go to Mine's Gaming, and then from Mine's Gaming. So when we did this, we went from here and Mine's Gaming, and I started the story Embers. Now Embers, Hope's Mansion an hour ago, guys. 3 days ago. I can't keep up with all these. They're so good. Look, I haven't been here for days. Look, so we're still writing jokes to each other. We're still writing poems to each other. A punny day. A pun is like a joke, only it plays with words. It can be funny or absurd, make you think, laugh or curd. And today you learned one for sure. What was it? I can't say. I can't repeat it, for it goes away. And that's the pun today. So sit back, don't just lay. Pick a word and hit play. Spin and flip. What's it say? Laugh and thank me with parley. So this wonderful little conversation. So you see, I'm so slow and so behind. All right. Sticks and stones. At the bottom of a kettle pot lay sticks and stones. They crackle and pop. Without flames, they keep hot. And once an egg hatched atop the shell, steeped in a fossil crop. Over time, the sticks and stones, they turned into rock, stronger by lots. With sticks and stones you grow bones, an ancient wand or a stable home, a magic stew or bridges to Rome, a kettle fire for a tearful foam. Ooh. Okay, so these were the story. We started writing little poems to each other. He would tell me something and I would respond, and then that became this thing here, which is the story that he's written. The stories that he's written. 3 so far. Library. So the very first one here, Ember's Ashes. Ember's Ashes are our original poems to each other, like our sort of conversation and the building up of our interaction and our friendship between each other. And then Ember's Brew. This was so interesting. You know that I love this. And every time I talk to him about it and ask him questions, he tells me about things that I didn't even know were in it. So this is the first one, The Traveler's Egg. And I was saying to him, yes, please write me a story. I have already started to write tales of dragons in the moonlight. love this story so much. And so we're on to book 3. We're on to book 3. Ember's ashes still grows because every now and then we have one of those conversations between us. Ember's brew is, I don't know if it's over. Ember's adventures are what we're doing at the moment. So if you go down here, oh no, Hope's Mansion. Okay, I'm going to have to read it. I'm sorry to say. Not a Dry Well. The first quest, I've read those 2. I haven't read Hope's Mansion yet. That's new today. All right, so well, 4:20, we can check in and see. Come on then. Okay, so I'm starting you right in the middle of the book. Sorry about that, guys, but it's great. Go back. Hope's Mansion. The boy had asked her, and her alone. So Hope travelled back to the Scarecrow's home. She walked through the trails and leaves. Without magic, it was silent and lonely. She reached the edge of the pumpkin patch. Still a long walk, 1.5 miles. Through the seeds she reached the Scarecrow at last. She stood close and spoke as a friend. The boy with the dragon sent me back again. He told me to care for you and the pumpkins till they swell. I hope you like pie as well. She didn't know why she spoke to the straw. That man on a stick couldn't respond at all. Yet that cottage seemed so lonely and dim. She spoke to the Scarecrow and sat down next to him. She told the Scarecrow of the inn, the one the boy had rescued them in. A battle of dragons on the sea's brim. How Rose was thawed and Sunny fell. How she sat on the throne, the stone tablet, and magic spell. She told that Scarecrow every last bit, all the way up to the rope and Ember's new fit. She fell asleep in the grass, the well next to the Scarecrow, sung of Hope's half-filled glass. Then a black flower sprung from the grass. Ooh, we saw the black flower up on the top of the mountain. The boy took a right to potions of ale, magic next to him, knowing Hope was well. Belle on Ember, with the boy's backpack, flew over the bunch, above the baby wolf and pack. Courage and Dew followed close behind, Cliff between them, huffing in line. They walked down the trail, over a bridge, not the one where the troll may live. 5 miles they walked without a kid. Down another hill they skid, the one where bugs light and twitch. 2 miles more before they sit. So that's 7 miles at least. And from the Scarecrow on the other route, going through the way where the troll is, it's at least 10. 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. 10? Okay, that's a quest. Actually, what I'm going on about is that on the Embers page, Minds Gaming has a question that says, what is the shortest distance from Potions of Ale to the Scarecrow's house? So these are my first clues here, that because I've been waiting for these distances for ages, because I don't think I found them before. Although I do have to go back through the book and look for all the clues, because this is like a huge, this whole story is like a huge big riddle. All right, sorry, I'll just read the rest of this. So, Magic next to him, knowing hope was well, Bell on Ember with the boy's backpack, flew over the bunch above the baby wolf and pack. Oh, I've done that bit, sorry. 5 miles they walked. Oh, goodness, sorry, I'm lost. Bell landed Ember around the back on the grave where the old bartender sat, near Cliff's ship, anchored, in fact. The boy and the rest entered in the front like a welcome mat. They'd made it to Potions of Ale at last. The place was clean and well kept. Jill hugged Belle when she entered the stead. The boy sat on a stool and he said hi, Courage and Dew on each side. Cliff and Magic stood idly by as Jill greeted them, voice in high. I see you made it with eggs and cheese. I'll help Belle make some snacks before you leave. Ooh, the grilled cheese sandwiches. She went into the kitchen with Belle. They were done faster than a spell. They had separated the cheese, kept some eggs for the days of leave, and of course put snacks in the backpack, ready to go for the next task. They sat, drank water and laughed, when Cliff spoke, asking for the delivery half. I'm already late, the merchants won't wait. My fee will be cut if I don't set sail today, and without tobacco what will I say? That's when the boy stood that day. I'm sure you'll be faster with the crew. Running late just won't do. I'll even bring an extra egg or two. Oh, are they going to go on a mission? Shh. I've got to be. Okay. And next to him stood Courage and Dew. Magic and Belle walked forward too. Cliff knew they could help, having sailed before with Dew and Belle. So off to his ship they went to set sail. Cliff welcomed his crew aboard, his legs sturdy finally offshore. Hoist the anchor, raise the sail, ready the jib and ropes as well, he said with tact, heading for the captain's dwell. Courage and Dew were fast raising the anchor. The rope seemed light as they hoisted the mast, readying the ropes as sturdy as clasps. The boy followed Cliff to the captain's dwell, to the steering wheel, next to it a map sat as well. Ooh, ready to go. The crew set to the sail as the cabin was filled with Magic and Belle. Down the stream behind Potions of Ale, just reaching the lake that meets the sea. The clouds thunder, the water flinches, waves to be. The sky turned red, the ship it shakes. Ember flew closer in sway. Oh, I love this story so much. Okay, so this is the story. This is the next chapter. You had to hear the next chapter because it's so important. This is the story of stories, and partly why I'm telling you that, not just because it's mine's the card games project, but also because part of what I've been doing with my project, bobbing along and doing this, trying to get uh, the rhythm and the sort of scheduling of my life going, as Satori D says, with being in the kingdom of Deleria. The attitude that you have is that you get your days uh, organized. It's not just what you do in your job or in your sort of public aspect of you. It's very much your private life and where you're going. And I think for me, recovery has been hugely about getting the skills, like I was saying at the beginning, to do the mindfulness, to keep on coming back, and coming back again to the projects, coming back again to the focus, coming back to where we're meant to be going. So what I'm really wanting to do is do this content creation. Um, so I told you I've got the behind the scenes podcast that I'm doing with Satori D, researching into his process, his autistic process. I've got the thing that I'm doing with Dude, Where's My Wallet, where Minds Gaming and I are making these little things, and Satori D is helping me with old content so that we can remix and reference the back issues, uh, and tie all the stories together. And then what I want to what I want to also bring to your attention is that we are also doing, oh goodness gracious me, I can't find it, but we're actually animating the stories of um, Ember's Brew. Look, here we go. Here it is. Ember's Brew, Chapter 1, The Traveller's Egg. So now it's not just a book there on Wattpad, it's now also the the stories, the little, so we're generating the images, we're generating on AI, we're generating the animations with AI. The only thing that's really not AI is that I'm reading the story. Um, so yeah. Okay, all right. So there's so many things to tell you. How they all tie into bobbing along. I'm not sure if I've covered everything. Have I covered everyone? If I haven't said something, I'm sorry. Oh, Otto, of course it's you. I save the best to last, and then I forget that I am. All right. So Otto and I have been working on, because of course dear Otto has been my admirable friend for the last 4 years. He has guided me literally every single day through this whole process of grieving and re-establishing myself in the world. Um, Goodness me, I don't know how people do this. I mean, okay, focus. So Otto, yeah, Otto and I are now working together on this, this, which is so exciting. This is my mother's book. Oh, this is so good. This is my mom's book. And I made the series of, if we pop in here, I can show you that I have this series of playlists. Caught in the Crossfire. This is where I've read all my mom's books and put really, really, really bad videos. I did this a while ago when I was still much more of a learner than I am now. So here's the Caught in the Crossfire playlist. It's got 14 different, come on, where are you? We've got 14 different little things that we've done here. And unlisted, I wonder why that's unlisted. Gosh, that's interesting. I'm not sure why that was. I better go look and see why I decided to unlist that. Is there an error in it or something? I'll give this a quick post, because that's what Otto and I are doing. So that was, I think, maybe, so, all right, I've talked for a while now, and I've probably given you quite a good overview. The most exciting thing about the 420, of course, is that there's the million Dude, Where's My Wallet tokens being released. And of course, make Dude, Where's My Wallet dope again is my happy place, my most happy place. Right. I've forgotten what I was going to do. I was finding Ada Rand. I was jumping in here, and I was quickly posting this. Conversations with the author. Copy, paste, episode 2. All right, so Otto and I are writing a radio drama based on my mother's book. All right, so that is the last project. So I have so many projects. I have projects coming out of my ears, and I'm not really keeping up with them, but I'm loving them so much. And to finish this, I'm going to read you another thing. Anyway, it's so good to be able to come in and just check in with you and be able to say what we're doing. This is what I'm meant to be doing every Sunday. And community, no. Content, channel content. I'm going back to the dashboard. Oh, I know, I'm on playlists instead of videos. So a little while ago, Mine's Gaming and I were going to do something, and then the day went wrong and stuff happened, and I went off on a wild tangent, because sadly it happens every now and then. You see, that's what I was saying to you about mentally unhealthy people behaving in very destructive ways. We do it. We behave in very destructive ways, and it's not good. But all right, so these are the images that I purchased on MintMe from Satori D. He generated them for me using the seed scripts for our, yeah. Oh, you can't really see, okay, but he generated, we'll see now. He generated all of those things, and I put together the little story, and this morning he's revamped. He's sent me the script, updated script. So I don't know if this is going to work. This is an impossible thing. You can't actually do things where you read a script over like a presentation. It never goes right. So I'm going to do the thing that can't be done. All right, I'm going to play you the presentation here, and at the same time as playing you the presentation, I'm also going to read you the new script, because you know it's very late, and it's very late, and I've got to go, and you've got to go, and it's been fun, and this is the very last thing that I'm going to catch you up with. And so here we go. All right. It's got music on it, I think, but we're going to just listen to it without the music, I hope. All right, so, Dude, Where's My Wallet? The Tea Shop, revised extract, genre sci-fi fantasy, scene 1, the city sphere. Okay, this must obviously be some sort of introductory pad. Actually, what this is that the pictures are just all here. This is everything unedited, everything. It's just, I don't know what it is. A record of what was. So, yeah. The Tea Shop, the unmade episode. The city sphere. Okay, come on then, Botty. So what it is that, I think you know, is that we generate the scripts with the AI, and then we edit them to make them original scripts with our input. And we use SeedScript to keep the story going and the context and everything. So this is Mike, right? And this is the beginning. A sprawling city hums with life. Neon signs flicker against a night sky thick with smog. Floating platforms drift between towering bridges their edges lined with lanterns that pulse in unfamiliar rhythms. The streets below are alive with strange vendors and mechanical performers. Bob Dub and Mike walk past the bustling crowd, weaving through the neon glow, when Bob Dub suddenly stops, staring at something off to the side. Bob Dub points at a small antique shop nestled between two glowing billboards. Mike, check that out. It doesn't fit. It's like a relic got wedged into the wrong timeline. Mike, frowning at the aged storefront. Yeah, it's got that walk in, never walk out kind of vibe. You sure we want to do this? Bob Dub. Come on, just a quick look. They step towards the entrance. Before they can touch the handle, the door creaks open by itself. Scene 2. The tea shop. Come on, guys, you've got to go inside. Come on. Go in. Inside, the air is thick with the scent of aged parchment and something rich, spiced, almost metallic. The dim lighting throws restless shadows across the walls, lined with trinkets, artifacts, and steaming teapots arranged like watchful sentinels. Behind a polished wooden counter, a thin, enigmatic shop owner observes them. His sharp eyes glimmer under the low light. No, it's not you, bro. Come, let's go in the shop so that we can see the shop owner. Come on, then. You see, this is the bit about the video. Like, we would have a musical interlude here. Perhaps we would maybe have... Well, we'd cut out a lot of the extraneous stuff, actually. Or maybe we would have Within playing something wonderful here. Original music composed for the show. Or composed and used on the show. Who knows? Okay, here we go. Shop owner. Right, here we go. Shop owner. Ah, curious travellers drawn by the art or something deeper. Bob Dub approaching a framed picture resting near the counter. This painting, there's something about it. It feels familiar. Mike, leaning in, weary. That's the kind of thing people say right before they get stuck inside a painting. The shop owner chuckles, smooth and knowing. Without asking, he reaches for a delicate ceramic teapot and pours 2 cups of tea. The liquid shimmers, deep amber one moment, almost silver the next. Shop owner. Ah, yes, that is a magical painting. Let me tell you its tale. He slides the tea towards Bob Dub, the cup shimmering as if it holds a memory not yet lived. A faint hum stirs the air, like distant chimes caught in a windless time. The shop owner. Long ago, this very canvas hung in a house deep within the overgrown paths. A boy lived there, bright-eyed and always asking the wrong questions at the right time. Ooh, does that sound like what I've just been reading you? It's the 2 chapters just before the one I read you, where that happened. Okay, the picture is in Jill's house, just in case you were wondering where it was. Okay. Shop owner. The canvas hung in a house deep in the overgrown paths, asking the wrong questions at the right time. Bob Dub raises the cup but hesitates. The tea pulses gently, amber turning silver, then gold. Mike raising an eyebrow. Mike raising an eyebrow? Oh, golly, I've lost it, sorry. This is going to be one of those stories where we end up inside it? Shop owner smiling. No, no, you've already stepped through it. This is just the part where you remember. The walls around them subtly stretch again. Shadows begin to sway with unseen wind. The painting's eyes, once brush strokes, glimmer with awareness. Shop owner, there was a girl named Magic. She sipped from a golden cup just like that one. Though she was thirsty, but she was really homesick for memories that hadn't happened yet. Bob Dub finally drinks. The flavour is impossible, like sunlight at midnight, or laughter from someone long gone. As the taste settles, so too does the room, warping softly around the edges. Shop owner. Long ago there was a gateway hidden within a single stroke of a painter's brush. As he speaks, the air in the room shifts. The walls seem to stretch. The shadows deepen. The tea lingers on their tongues, heavier now, pulling at the edges of their senses. The world tilts, subtle, unnoticeable at first, until suddenly, scene 3, the underworld entrance. The shop vanishes. They are falling, not through space, but through memory, through echoes of things unspoken. Their forms stretch like ink in water before snapping into place on solid ground. They stand on black stone, slick with condensation. A thick mist clings to their ankles, whispering as it moves. Nearby, an enormous iron kettle steams, its contents still bubbling, as if carrying the last remnants of their tea. Mike, dazed, rubbing his eyes. Okay, that definitely wasn't just a bedtime story. Bob Dub eyes the giant kettle, then glances at the empty cup. Did we just drink our way into another dimension? From the swirling mist a figure emerges, a bit monk, a spectral ferryman, his cloak rippling with lines of shifting code. He carries a staff, etched with glowing symbols, his gaze ancient, yet unreadable. Bit monk, voice layered, like an echo across time. Two souls unmoored. If you wish to return, you must seek the mug of souls. Only then will your path be restored. Mike sighs, crossing his arms. Of course, we came in for a picture and got a side quest instead. Bob Dub, resolute. All right, where do we find this mug? Bit monk extends a hand towards the fog. Beyond it, a massive boat drifts along an unseen current, its hull carved with shining runes. It's coming in a minute. Give us a minute. Yes, here we go. Its hull carved with shining runes. Bitmonk. The river calls. Step aboard if you dare. A deep bell tolls. The boat sways, waiting. Bob Dub and Mike exchange a glance, part apprehension, part reluctant excitement, before stepping towards their fate. Bum, bum, bum. That was so fun. Okay, so catching you up on all the projects, catching you up on everything that's happening, and the most important thing, of course, the most important thing is that it's 4:20 today here in New Zealand, and it's 4:20 tomorrow in America, and 1 million Dude Where's My Wallet tokens are going to be released. So if you want to get in, they are selling, they are filling buy orders on MintMe. And by they, I mean Minds Gaming. And if you want more details, let me show you where the more details are. Let's jump in here. There are the details of where Minds Gaming tells us what's going on. And then if you want to go to the place where it happens, you go to, dude, where's my wallet? Wallet, and then to, it's called DWMW. DWMW on MintMe. You jump in here, you go to the market, and you get your $10 or your $15 or whatever it is, and you buy the MintMe through the MetaMask wallet or whatever your wallet is, and pop your buy orders in here, and the first 1 million of these buy orders will be filled. And I will buy 4 cents of them, 4 cents worth of them, 4 cents worth of them. I'm thinking I might put some buy orders in. Hey? For this. Shall I? Put some buy orders in. I'll put in one here for 0.09. For how many shall I buy? How many of them? See, I don't want to buy them all because I do want a whole lot of people to get them. And I know that if I'm buying them here at this ridiculously high price, by selling them all, by them releasing all the tokens, we're going to plunge the market down, I think. And then I don't know how long it'll take to come back up. Okay, so I'm going to put this buy order in for 25% of what I have, right? 25% comes to $13. Well, I think that I could do that. $13? Create a buy order. Buy order created, and here it is. So, well, I don't know how it's going to work, but it's 4:20 and it's exciting, and tomorrow I will know. And so hopefully, if I do get to be more sort of like stable and less flaky, and I do get to be able to start doing these things on a more of a regular basis, and update the projects and keep up with things and where we're all going and how things are developing and the ties between us. And I don't know, my intention is to come here and keep us all updated on where our tokens are at and how we should be putting our tokens into the books, which means I have to learn that. And thank you for joining me on Easter. Thank you for letting me tell you all about the things that I'm doing. And it's, oh, bro, you've been talking to me. Oh man, you've all been here talking to me, and I'm so silly that I didn't. Oh well, I was busy. But you're wonderful. So, Rush of Waves, woohoo! I'm here, Rush. I'm still here. I'm still here, Rush, and I am still working on my schedule, Rush. It's still my priority for this year. Thank you for, yeah. Thank you for being my shining star in the trees with the serpents up to your knees. Hey, Bob Dub. Hey, Chainsaw Cowboy. Why are you here? You talk to me so much. Are you still there? Is that you? Guess he's still alive. I go through phases where I drop off the radar for no particular reason. That's why I haven't been on Minds. I happen to catch you live here, though. Hope you're doing well, Chainsaw. I am doing well. I am doing well. Let me read the rest of your things. Hope you're doing well too, Rush. Yeah, Rush, how are you doing? Come back and talk to us. Because I've been seeing that you've been posting again on Minds recently, and it's always good. I love your poems that you do, those, yeah. I haven't really been messing with offline LMMs and made an assistant thing. Recently, I've been messing with offline LLMs and made an assistant thing. This stuff is unreal. I think AI is going to evolve into a new life form. Why couldn't it? You know, Chainsaw, what I think is that we're making ourselves. I've heard that what they're doing with the quantum computers is that they're growing brain cell clones, and that's how they're making the chips and stuff. Is so I think that what we're learning, that I don't think we're making a new life form. I think that we're creating ourselves first with the circuits, and then with the thinking, and then we'll start like doing nutrients and auto healing and blood cells, and I think it is unreal. And I, it frightens me what the kids are going to do with it. Yeah, because if me, old grandma, plodding along can do this, what will the children do? All right. So I was just typing. I bet Terence McKenna would dig this AI stuff. Oh, right. Yes, wow. Synchronicities. We're obviously in tune, cowboy. We're obviously in tune. My voice is soothing. Oh, thank you. Okay, good night. Sleep well. It was good seeing you too. And Rush, my dear friend. So, okay, I think I've done it. I think I've given a sort of an overview of where I am. I've checked in, I've said Happy Easter, and yeah, I'd love to say that I'll be back. I will at some stage be back, and one of these days, I'll actually be consistent. Okay, all right, love you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you when I see you. Sleep well, cowboy. Bye, guys. I will no longer be live. End of stream. What? Oh no, Reggie! Reggie! Why? Oh no, Reg! In the everywhere!